We are here in Beltsville, Maryland, less than an hour from Washington, D.C. for the first half of a very patriotic weekend near the Halls of Power of the United States of America. This is the Big Bill House Capitol 250. Coming after the Liberty 200 in Oswego, Charlie Faulkner has taken his third win of the year following an extremely clean race in which only 3 cars finished on the lead lap, no retirements, 2 cautions only. Faulkner came out on top with a triple lead in the Challenge Series, the Legacy Cup, and the Summer Series. He's got the upper hand, but we have another doubleheader ahead of us with a second race in Dover a couple of days from now, which will be followed by almost a 2-week break, which could be enough time for teams to regroup and recover. In the meantime, while on Sunday it hadn't been apparent why Kirk Jones Racing withdrew suddenly overnight, the facts of Monday and Tuesday made it very clear. Oliver Beranek was jailed for a severity of financial crimes related to the collapse of KeyDex. With his arrest, an immense amount of funds destined for Kirk Jones Racing became inaccessible, as part of the funding came directly through Beranek. As such, Kirk Jones Racing was forced to withdraw, and to make matters worse, all team sponsors withdrew their support, and the financial connection between Jones and Beranek will be investigated by the financial authorities that are performing the KeyDex probes. I will refrain from speaking about Jones's choice to associate with Beranek, especially in a situation like this. I cannot ascertain malice or not in the part of Jones, but it is extremely unfortunate that for the North American Auto Club's image, that we have to be associated even marginally with this situation, this criminal scandal. Shameful for us. I can't even start to say what I believe Jones is going through. All the consequence of his refusal to race without a points provisional starting this season for Overton Motorsports, which is why he formed his team from the get-go. That egoism, it bred a really unfortunate consequence, and Kirk Jones essentially retires from the North American Auto Club in absolute disgrace. There's really nothing much I can say, but let's try to take this in a more lively way and focus on the race that we have at hand here in Beltsville. We start with a surprise pole position. Kendra Brittany finds herself in a constant crescendo that ends up with her taking the pole position today ahead of Lucy Barnton, Thomas Tucker, Ryan Faulkner, Luke Pellerin. 4 drivers that we know are very strong on short tracks. Allison Smith qualifies once again and gets an incredible effort to place herself in 6th after a series of very bad sessions that resulted in failure since her win in Ohio earlier this year. 45 cars attempted to qualify, 36 did. Amongst the ones that didn't, we got a couple of big teams. Ethan Collins fails to make it in again. Kate Taylor, a surprise in his home race for failing to qualify. Lloyd McIntyre in the 3rd Shield entry. Thomas Culler for HQS also unable to clock his way in. We got 250 laps scheduled for today, with a long fuel run expected to range around 160 laps. Beltsville Speedway, following all these renovations, remains a half-miler with not a lot of banking, 8 degrees on the turns. Weather for today is at 50 degrees, quite a cold day actually, and fairly clear skies with some clouds bustling around. Let's go trackside for the race. Leading the field to the green is Kendra Brittany, and here we go, the race is on here in Beltsville. As she already finds herself clear of the 98 of Lucy Barnton, getting chased down by the 9 of Thomas Tucker, as Barnton and Tucker side by side coming to turn number 3. Ryan Faulkner there looking to gain space, but Thomas Tucker is going to be the one to take the 2nd position, and he's going to start putting up the pressure on the 26, and he's going to start putting up the pressure early. In the back of the field, 4 laps in, you see there Riley McKee, Corbin Dempsey, and Maggie McDonald battling for the 12th position. Big contact. They keep it all together, but this could have ended so much worse. They got together at the exit at turn number 4. You ride with Charlie Faulkner. Riley McKee tagged the inside wall, that very unusual inside wall we have here in Beltsville. made contact with Corbin Dempsey. That sent Megan McDonald up the wall. She got 2 wheels in the air, and I don't know how she kept her foot in it, kept it controlled, but she's gonna keep it. We have no caution, and by the time we get the 8 laps in, not a little long later, the top 3 is under a blanket. 4th place right now is gonna be Brett Finley, with Ryan Faulkner currently running in 5th. And after a very good qualifying effort, Allison Smith's already down to the 10th position, 9 laps in, under attack from Riley McKee and Charlie Faulkner, while Tammy Barton looking to embiggen her Rookie of the Year lead once again. She entered this week with a 3-position lead over Joey Anderson, but Joey Anderson currently running right there with Becky Pellerin in the 17th position, in the 16th position, while Thomas Tucker now finally gonna make a move on Kendra Brittany after waiting, biding his time. And on lap number 14, we got a new race leader. Not enough. Brittany still fighting back, now on the inside of turn number 3 and 4 with a little push of Luke Pellerin on the exit of turn 4. Is it gonna be enough? Not yet, but Tucker has the pace and he has the line, and it looks like it's a foregone conclusion as you ride with the 88 of Luke Pellerin, and Thomas Tucker already clears the 26, and he clears her very quickly. And by the time we get to lap number 19, you see there Chris Sendicott and Ben Makowski are the first 2 lap cars in this race. Makowski is a contender for Rookie of the Year despite his lesser amount of starts, but this result currently does not help him at all. As you see there, Ryan Faulkner lapping the 66 together with the 15, and they have caught the 88. So we're looking at a new lap car management race, as Boyd Abbott having a very good run early in the 20th position. Ashley Richardson currently running in 20th place. We're focusing on her because 33rd place actually. We're focusing on her because earlier this week after Oswego, she posted things on Instagram that I would rather not peruse here. You can get on your phone and go on her account. But quite a few people were taken aback, and she's trying to break the internet. However, not a very good start for the driver of the 58, the veteran of this series. Thomas Tucker continues to lead as we reach 10% of the distance through, and he has a large gap to the number 9, up to the number 88 of Luke Pellerin. And then you see the larger gap to the 7th place, to the 6th place of Lucy Barton, 7th place of Charlie Faulkner. Barton having a very solid start. She needs to rack up better results if she wants to get back in title contendership. She entered this race quite a ways behind, and she needs to improve on those results. As Kendra Brittany now is going to try to have a look on the number 9 as they lap the 33 of Kristen Young. Not enough, and Kristen Young's going to shut down the door on the inside. Ryan Faulkner is going to get the chance to make a move on the outside, and Ryan Faulkner is going to take 2nd place on the outside. Quite an impressive move for the driver of the 89, as Thomas Tucker now continues to lead, and he catches the 20 of Carly Ellison, and Carly Ellison slowly giving him a little bit of a hard time. As you see, he almost gives a bump to the number 20, and he's trying to hustle her around. But a detail that you may have noticed is that the 20 is a Toyota car and the 89 is a Toyota car. So we're having some manufacturer playing going on. You see how she lets the 89 go by easy, and now Ryan Faulkner has clean track to catch the number 9 as Kendra Brittany into the back of the 20, and that's the first caution of the race. No patience at all for Kendra Brittany. She knew Carly Ellison was gonna hold her up, and Carly Ellison was holding her up, and Kendra Brittany just decided to choose violence. She's in 3rd, she's on the lead lap. The officials aren't gonna bat an eye to that, and she's gonna still hold the 3rd position as the leaders come into the pits. You see how everybody chooses to go into the pits for their first stop. They're looking at the tires early, and fuel also helps. If they pit now, they only need to pit at around lap 195, lap 200, which would lead a simple splash to the finish. But as you see there, the 9, the 89, keep their own positions. Brett Finley vaults over Kendra Brittany, and Luke Pellerin still in 5th place right there, while Charlie Faulkner, Lucy Barton, Scott Overton, Boyd Abbott remain in their same positions, and Riley McKee is going to gain a couple of spots to join the top 10 as the green flag is out on lap number 46. We're back in the running here in Beltsville, and we got problems there. Charlie Faulkner lug nuts loose on the 85, and the 98 of Lucy Barton jumped the restart, and she has to take a stop and go, while Charlie Faulkner is going to lose a couple of laps getting that car ready back up. While he's gonna lose one lap, they're gonna refix that lug nut back to the car. But as Lucy Martin comes back out of the pit, she's gonna come back right in front of the number 9, and that's gonna be a little bit bothersome for Thomas Tucker. He's gonna have to do lap car management way too early into the run. He dives deep, and he already puts the 98 a lap down, and Lucy Martin now really is a second lap down, and she's now way behind the 8 ball because we have no cars a lap down after this restart because of the lifeline rule. She will need a couple of cautions to be able to regain the lead lap now. McHenley now chasing down the 22 of Riley McKee for the 7th position. A very good restart from McKee and from Henley. Another driver that had a very good restart is Athena Whitley as we open lap 52. She's running in 11th place. Allison Smith has been free falling, dropping back very ugly because she's now in 18th place. She started in 8th. So she started in 6th. So a very unfortunate result for the driver of the 200. The driver that finished second to her in Ohio, Dan Wright, also having a very bad run. And that car has been having a multitude of issues ever since the start. And he's just slow, making up the ranks, trying to gain positions if cautions come out, if cars have problems. He's trying to just survive. Scott Overton running in 6th place, having a very solid run. While Bobby Savage climbing all the way up to 10th place. He started in 32nd, so he gained 22 positions. One of the reasons is the caution. It helped them a lot by making a more aggressive pit stop, a very quick pit stop, a very good job by the Triumph Motorsports crew. As Megan McDonald and Kendra Brittany now battling for the 11th position. A very good result right now for the road course driver. Becky Pellerin now running in 15th place. She had a very poor qualifying effort here this weekend. She qualified in 21st, but she's already up to 15th, so she's gaining positions piecemeal. She can dream of a top 10. This race is fairly long, 250 laps. It's gonna take a while. Ronnie Samples running in 7th place. We have heard rumors that Samples has been considering either stepping back from the 7 or maybe possibly even forming a new entry. Apparently, there's a glut of sponsors wanting to support Samples despite his performances not being at the same level as the championship leaders. But he's feeling very good about his prospects for 2019. The thing is that it's going to depend on him himself if he feels like driving next season, according to himself. Demi Barton has fallen to 21st place, and Joey Anderson's going to set up a move and pass her for that position. So a direct battle between the Rookie of the Year leaders. Luke Pellerin currently running in 5th place, chasing down Kendra Brittany, just keeping himself steady, saving his tires, saving his stuff, trying to make sure to do the move on the place where he can nail it perfectly. Almost gets it there. Thomas Tucker running in the 1st position still as we open lap number 68 of 250. His gap is just getting bigger and bigger. 2nd place continues to be Ryan Faulkner in the 89, getting chased down by the 15 of Brett Finley. And Finley trying to set up a move. Is that going to be enough? Doesn't look like it will. They have Vernon Hargrove right in front of them, and there goes Finley to the inside. Is that going to be enough? The outside has been very kind to drivers so far, but it will not be kind to Ryan Faulkner because that allows Luke Pellerin to already vault over to 4th position and chase down the 88 for that spot. Corbin Dempsey currently running in 20th place. The driver that has been fighting for the championship lead most recently now is the last car on the lead lap, about to be lapped, while Charlie Faulkner continues to unlap himself in relation to the rest of the field. He's ahead of the field, trying to recover the lap he lost with the loose lug nut. As you see there, Thomas Tucker chasing down his teammate Boyd Abbott as we are ready to open lap number 88. And Tucker being chased down, but he's opening a very wide gap, a very comfortable gap to 2nd place as they come into turn number 1! Oh no! Oh no, Thomas. What have you done there, son? Oh my lord, what have you done? What have you done? He's gonna overshoot the pace car. He's gonna have to slow down. If he goes past pit entrance without being behind the pace car, he can't pit. And he's just not gonna pit. He's gonna let the pace car by after he passes the start of the pit lane. And as you're gonna see, Ryan Faulkner, Luke Pellerin, Brett Finley, Kendra Brittany, they were so far behind. They're gonna be able to pit. And Thomas Tucker is gonna have to wave around to be able to pit a massive blunder by the driver of the number 9, a double blunder, first spinning his teammate while lapping him, and now this pit stop blunder, as you see everybody coming out of the pits. The only major position change is Becky Pellerin and Megan McDonald swapping positions on exit, which puts Becky Pellerin in the top 10, as Thomas Tucker is going to come out of the pits on the following lap, and he's going to slot himself right in front of Megan McDonald because of that long pit lane. That actually helped him at least to not lose a top 10 position, but a disaster for the driver of the number 9, and a self-inflicted one at that. This places Ryan Faulkner in the lead, and the restart is once again on tap at lap number 97 of 250. Luke Pellerin already chasing him down, trying to set up a move, trying to get that lead. And this is going to be a very hard race for Ryan Faulkner from now on because Luke Pellerin is hungry. Battle for 8th place, Thomas Tucker, Becky Pellerin, and there you see Ruby Carson right there with Megan McDonald. Still a lot of damage on the side of the 34. But she is resolute. She's going to keep going, and she's doing very well with what she has. As we are on lap number 100, Luke Pellerin chasing down the 89, and you ride with Thomas Tucker, and as he's chasing down the 2018 for the 6th position. Is it gonna be enough? Doesn't look like it will. It might be. They're side by side, so Thomas Tucker can pick a space and make a move, while a little bit further behind Charlie Faulkner. Now he's back on the lead lap after that caution, which means he is in a position to start gaining positions, but he's now currently in 29th place, and he needs to gain positions fast. Looking once again at Megan McDonald, she lost a little bit the group of cars ahead of her, but she's still running in the 11th position, so a very good run for a road course specialist. Likewise, Ibiki Murata right there in 12th place, another road course specialist, another very good run. Kendra Brittany not withdrawing herself from the fight. She gives a bump to the 15 of Brett Finley, gets him squarely into turn number 1, and she's already going to have a look on the inside of turn number 3 and 4, trying to get the 3rd position at the stripe. She's going to get it. While Ruby Carson currently running at 5th place, battling with Becky Pellerin. Pellerin hanging on, trying to see if she can hold on to that position and get a good point today, because those two are gaining positions piecemeal very calmly. In the meantime, Allison Smith, by the time we get to lap number 106, finds herself 22 in 22nd place, and eventually she's gonna end up getting lapped by the lead lap cars, which are battling right now. As you see, Luke Pellerin, they set up a dive on the inside of turn number 1, and coming out of turn number 2, he gets a little bit loose on the exit, but he is gonna get the lead, and Luke Pellerin is your new race leader, while Lucy Barton, after serving that penalty, finds herself 2 laps down, 32nd place, essentially having to wait out for more cautions. She's gonna need at least one more caution to be back on the lead lap. If she can't, she's gonna fall a 2nd lap again. While you see there Thomas Tucker running in 6th place, battling with Mac Henley, having a very solid run. Mac Henley climbing very slowly from 24th place to 5th place right now, putting the aggression on Tucker. Tucker has no choice but to back off a little bit. He's stuck on the outside, and Henley's gonna gain time as Tucker's gonna slide himself back behind Henley. And they have caught Scott Overton and Kendra Brittany in the battle for 3rd place. Lucy Barton there at the tail end of the lead lap. She's already been lapped by Luke Pellerin, so Lucy Barton's fight to get back on the lead lap will be in vain, as we have no yellow flags yet. She's back 2 laps down. Scott Overton currently running in 3rd on the outside of the 26 of Kendra Brittany, pulling the number 9 of Thomas Tucker with him. And Thomas Tucker is going to use Scott Overton as a pick to go from 6th to 4th, chasing down the 62 for that position, as Kendra Brittany right there. She started the lap in 3rd. She's going to end it in 5th, as the 62's through, and the 9 is going to be through shortly after, as they lap the 71 of Dan Wright, and they do it very quickly. As you see how Luke Pellerin passes the camera, then you see Ryan Faulkner, then it's a long gap until Thomas Tucker, Scott Overton, Kendra Brittany right there in 5th, and Becky Pellerin gaining positions by the dozen. Scott Overton and Thomas Tucker battling for the 3rd spot, and there goes the number 9. The blue number 9 is back in 3rd place, chasing down the 89 for the 2nd position, while Charlie Faulkner, we haven't talked about him after our last mission, but he was 32nd the last time we checked with him. He's now 21st. He was 29th the last time we checked him. He's now 21st. Becky Pellerin now. The last time we checked her, she was in 9th. She's now in 6th. And going on the inside of the 62, trying to get the 5th position. Is it going to be enough? Doesn't look like it will. She has the nose ahead. It is going to be enough as they come out of turn number 4. Becky Pellerin, the inside the top 5, the defending series champion, taking no prisoners. She had a bad qualifying effort, and she's making up for it in the race, unless she was sandbagging and we were all caught unaware as she goes by Lucy Barrington with ease to put her a second lap down in relation to her, and she's chasing down the 26 of Kendra Brittany for 4th place. Joey Anderson having not a banner run, but a very solid day in 19th place. The Lime Rock winner, slowly adapting to how these cars handle on short tracks. He has adapted very well to the road courses, had a very good run in Road America earlier this year. Ryan Faulkner still running second, has been caught by the number 9 of Thomas Tucker. They have a bit of empty track, but the problem is Luke Pellerin also has quite a bit of empty track as we are well past the halfway point. We're on lap number 137 off 250. Ashley Richardson now about to be lapped by the 18. She's up to 29th place, but for someone who started in the, I believe she started in the 35th, 36th position. Let me confirm it here. She started in 36th, and here's the thing, without a provisional, we had no provisional knockouts, so she actually timed that badly today. Dwight Johnson Motorsports just missed the setup, while Marcy Crawford, you see there running in 14th place, chasing down the 34 of Mega McDonald. Athena Whitley, her teammate, currently running in the 20th position. If Ethan Collins failed to qualify, the other 3 New England Automotive Technologies cars are carrying the banner for that team and doing it very well as Luke Pellerin continues to lead as we enter lap 143 of 250. He has held a commanding lead, and because they all pitted on lap number 91, that means that this traffic is actually forcing them to slow down quite considerably, and because they are slowing down considerably, they are saving fuel unwillingly, which means the way things are going, this lap car management race might actually make them good until the finish as we are approaching the final 100 laps of this race. Dan Wright getting past. Once again, he becomes the first driver to fall 2 laps down under green. Charlie Faulkner continues his advance, and he is now in 17th place as you see him there with Luke Pellerin. Pellerin already caught him, so we have 18 cars on the lead lap. Thomas Tucker is still in 3rd place, and he's gonna set up a move on the inside of the 89 using the 43 Oli Schmidt as a pick and the 200 of Allison Smith as a helper, and he's true, and Thomas Tucker is in 2nd, and he has his work cut out for him. He has to chase down the 88. You see the 88 passing the start-finish line as we open lap 151. And only now the number 9 of Thomas Tucker appears. He's almost 6 full seconds behind. So Luke Pellerin has ran away, has managed the lap cars with perfection. A flawless race from Luke Pellerin the moment he got the lead. And Dan Wright up in smoke on lap 155. The race for the 71 was bad, and now it comes to a screeching and disappointing end for the Polymer Oil car. Their highest result this year will not be matched, that 2nd place in Ohio. Charlie Faulkner up to 15th using the 18 as a helper as Luke Pellerin laps cars. Charlie Faulkner passes them as they fall a lap down. So they're having a very good situation right now, a very good system going on. Excuse me. As Riley McKee currently running in the 11th position. A very good run for the French-Canadian, the Prince of Trois-Rivières, as people affectionately call him, having a very solid run in the short track. Kendra Brittany running in 4th place, battling with Scott Overton and Becky Pellerin right there, trying to get 4th place as well as they are lapping the number 97 of Tammy Barton. Look at Mac Henley there joining the fray. 4-car battle for the 4th spot. And there goes Scott Overton for 4th, Becky Pellerin to 5th, Thomas Tucker still 2nd place, and he still has a lot of cars to lap, a lot of cars to catch the 88 of Luke Pellerin. A very difficult race for the driver of the 9 machine. He's trying to make it work, but after a self-inflicted incident, this is gonna look pretty hard. Ryan Faulkner still running in 3rd place, lapping the 81 of Corbin Dempsey. Becky Pellerin right there, still embroiled in this battle with Kendra Brittany. Is Scott Overton for the for the 5th position because Mac Haley has ran away with the 5th spot. Luke Pellerin continues to manage through multiple lap cars. He now has Riley McKee right in front of him and Ruby Carson as well, meaning that whenever he passes at least who is right now McKee, we're only gonna have 10 cars on the lead lap. This long green flag run since lap 100 has done wonders for Luke Pellerin. He has been managing the lap cars so well, and he laps the 77, 10 cars on the lead lap. While you see there Lucy Barton still running in 30th place, 2 laps. She's gonna fall a 2nd lap down now, and there goes the race for Lucy Barton. This has just fallen into disrepair, while Pellerin continues to save fuel by staying behind the 22. He's just seeing the 22 open the space, and this lap car management has all but ensured Luke Pellerin will make it on fuel. And just by the same token, likewise for Thomas Tucker, and I guess the rest of the field as well. When you have a lot of cars to deal with, the fuel burn is just slower. You drive slower, you don't exert so much throttle strength, you don't make the car work as hard. There's just not a lot of fuel being spent. As we reach lap 176 of 250, so 75 laps to go. Ashley Richardson falls a 2nd lap down. She is in 28th place. Not a very good run for a driver that got a lot of eyes this weekend. Thomas Tucker currently running in 2nd place. Now chasing down the 85 of Charlie Faulkner. I have to reinforce again, Thomas Tucker running in 2nd place, recovering from a caution that he caused, in which he overshot the pit lane, which meant he only was able to pit with the lap cars on the 2nd lap of yellow, as Ryan Faulkner giving the bumper to Athena Whitley, trying to get her out of the way because Mac Haley is coming quick, and he is right behind the 89, ready to make a pass for position. Becky Pellerin now on the inside of the 62 of Scott Overton for 6th place. Becky Pellerin to 6th. Brett Philly right there running in 8th place. Kendra Brittany holding station in 5th. Bobby Savage, a fantastic run in 9th place. He has just been lapped by the 88, meaning we only have 8 cars on the lead lap, and indeed his teammate is running in 8th place. That has been helping Charlie Faulkner gain position by position. He finds himself now in 13th by just following the leaders and following them very diligently. Becky Pellerin now making a move for 5th place under the 26 of Kendra Brittany. Side by side, tight battle. They have 2 lap cars in front of them, the 81 and the 200. And then I believe the 43 is right ahead of them as well. It is the 43 right ahead of them as well. Becky Pellerin is going to win this one out, but she has to lap the 200 now. Brad Philly is going to be right behind her as we open lap 184. And as we conclude lap 184, Becky Pellerin has put the 81 of Corbin Dempsey between her and Brad Finley, but Finley still running in 6th place, clears the 81, and now he has the whole track to himself as he chases the 27, which is lapping the 200. Kendra Brittany currently running in 8th place, about to be lapped. She's passing the 200 of Allison Smith, chasing down the 81 of Corbin Dempsey, and you see how the 88 is all over her and all over the number 62 of Scott Overton. So Scott Overton now is lapped with me, which means Kendra Brittany is in 7th, and she's still the last car on the lead lap. Allison Smith slides right in front of Luke Pellerin, meaning at least for a little while now, as we are approaching lap 200, at least Kendra Brittany is going to have a small cushion. As you see there, Mac Haley making a move on the inside for 3rd place on the inside of the 89, and he nails it. Fantastic move by Mac Haley to take the 3rd spot as they're chasing down Dirk Williamson and Peter Johnson, 2 lapped cars. Becky Pellerin continues to run in 5th, battling with the 15 of Brad Philly for that position. They're running 5th and 6th. Luke Pellerin right there, her older brother. Let's see what she's gonna do. She's just gonna stay on the outside, and she's not even gonna fight it. She's not even gonna fight it. She's gonna resign herself to the 6th position. Luke Pellerin's gonna go through, and he is gonna go through quick. You see there Peter Johnson about to be lapped as well. And there they go. As we approach lap 199 at 250, 202 laps to go. Brad Philly has been caught by Luke Pellerin, who has just scorched this field. You see this camera angle on the exit of turn number 2. And you see how big is the gap until the next cars on the lead lap appear. This has been a clinic by Luke Pellerin. He has been battling the fact that this race has not had a yellow, because when there's a yellow, at least you can take a breather, at least you can re-strategize. when there's no caution, you basically have to decide everything on the fly, and that has shown a lot of maturity from Luke Pellerin to have that style, to be able to regroup himself as he's about to lap the 89 of Ryan Faulkner, using the 8 of Drew Atwood right on him. Drew's not gonna do much, and there goes Pellerin making a 3 wide, forcing his way through, trying to put the 89 a lap down. He's not able to yet. He's gonna try again by the time we open lap number 205. 46 laps remaining here, and they're still side by side. The 88 backs off just a little bit, just to make sure, but you ride with the 89 now, and there goes the 88. Luke Pellerin just needed to find an opening. He does it, and now he has to lap the 52 of Amitachi of Hibiki Murata, and he's chasing her down, and he already has her, looking at him in the rear view mirror. That means there's only 3 cars on the lead lap, with Ryan Faulkner falling another lap down. That means Mac Haley currently running in 3rd, and running in 2nd still Thomas Tucker. At this point, Thomas Tucker is around 6 seconds behind. Not a lot he can do at all. And Becky Pellerin still running in 5th place, battling with Brett Finley. And Pellerin making also a very good run, another clinic, which is helping her get closer to the rest of the leaders in the championship standing. She has had the most DNFs out of every one of these contenders with 5, which means she has left a lot of points on the table that she now sorely needs as we start the second half of the season. As we open lap 216, Luke Pellerin just not looking back at all, ready to lap the 7 of Ronnie Samples, and the 34 of Mega McDonald just running away with it. A very spectacular run for the driver of the number 88 Tim Hortons car. Thomas Tucker now has to lap Kendra Brittany. Kendra Brittany still in the top 10, but about to be lapped by a car on the lead lap, and there goes. Thomas Tucker puts her a lap down, while Lucy Barton, currently running in 29th place, just having a disaster of a run. You could not make this race worse if you tried, and she finds herself deep in the back. Ashley Richardson as well, not a good run from her either. As you see the 99 of Boyd Abbott chasing her down, the 18 of McKinley as well. And McKinley is running in 3rd. Luke Pellerin finally caught him. It was a matter of time. And with 25 laps to go, Pellerin has only McKinley to put a lap down to leave only 2 cars on the lead lap. Is he gonna do it? Is it gonna be enough? Doesn't look like it will yet. And a few laps later, there you ride with McKinley as he opens lap 226 for him, 227 for Luke Pellerin. Pellerin trying to have a look on the inside. Is that going to be enough? Doesn't look like it will. They're side by side as they lap the 58. Up next is the 66 of Ben Makowski and the 200 of Allison Smith. Pellerin still holding on in the rear of the 18, trying to see if he can get him at least a little bit bothered, a little bit wide on the exit of the corner. He does, and Luke Pellerin's going to put McKinley a lap down, and this means we only have 2 cars on the lead lap. We have yet to have a yellow as we approach, by this point it's lap 227, but the situation would remain as static as this, as Thomas Tucker chasing down, trying to gain as much time as he can, but he's just not there yet. He's just so far away. He cannot catch Luke Pellerin. He cannot make this work. And in the business end of the field, you're gonna see how Luke Pellerin, with only 3 laps approaching the start-finish line to open lap 248, 3 laps to go, about to lap the 43 of Lee Schmidt. Again, a dominant performance, a scary performance. If Luke Star Motorsports needed to do a rally, Becky Pellerin showed it was possible in Daytona, and now Luke Pellerin is locked in. He knows exactly what he has to do, and he is doing it to perfection. 2 laps remain in Beltsville. This race returning to the North American Auto Club Challenge Series schedule, and we could not have had a cleaner and quicker race. A very fun race to watch. A lot of lap car management, a lot of traffic jostling for position. White flag is in the air, and this French-Canadian, this Acadian from New Brunswick, is about to win his 3rd race of the year. His sister has 5 wins, and she's the defending champion. But to stake his claim on the championship, to call himself a title contender, Luke Pellerin is going to round out turn number 4 and win in dominant fashion. What can we say, huh? What a win by Luke Pellerin. Led 143 laps of the 250 available. Thomas Tucker must be kicking himself for that contact with Boyd Abbott. That derailed his race completely. We were on our way to a very long green flag run, and that cost him dearly. He led 78 laps, finishes second, the last car on the lead lap. You see Ryan Faulkner there finishing in third. Mac Henley gained 20 positions to finish in fourth place. You cannot understate how well Mac Henley did tonight. Then you have Scott Overton having a fantastic 5th position finish. Very good for the young Canadian. Rebecca Pellerin, the defending series champion, in 6th pole position. Kendra Brittany, after her first pole position, led her first 14 laps under green flag condition in the North American Auto Club. Finishes very well. Bobby Savage is a testament to how you can actually climb on short track racing. He closes his day in the 8th position after starting in 32nd place, while Charlie Faulkner and Brett Finley close out the top 10, and they're the last 2 cars to finish a lap down. 11th place, Riley McKee was already the first car 2 laps down. And leaving Beltsville but not ending this weekend, the championship standings shuffle a little bit, but not enough, because Charlie Faulkner remains atop the board, but Ryan Faulkner gains 2 positions, Thomas Tucker 2 as well, and they are now 2nd and 3rd. Becky Pellerin falls to the 4th spot, while Luke Pellerin is now in the 5th position, and Corbin Dempsey, because of that terrible, no good race in which he finished in 22nd place, falls all the way down to 6th place in the standings. Lucy Barton, a bad result, but she keeps her station in 7th place. Mac Henley gains a little bit to find himself in 8th, while Riley McKee and Lee Schmidt close out the top 10. In the Rookie Challenge, Tammy Barton continues to lead, and she's able to hold station at least for a short while against Joey Anderson. Ben Makowski, after another start, finds himself with 21.4. Kendra Brittany with 21.6, while Marcy Crawford, Colin Kaiser, Warren Majeski, Vern Hargrove, Carly Ellison, and Lily Briscoe close out the top 10. In the Primetime Summer Series, the lead remains with Charlie Faulkner. Thomas Tucker now only a mere 7 points behind, with Riley McKee 24 points behind. These 3 have been stuck in the first 3 positions, and they have been battling each other very closely. With, there you see Mac Henley 49 points behind, a possible outside contender. But now clutch time is coming, and we're gonna have to see who has what it takes to win the $2 million. Last but not least important, the owner standings don't shuffle a lot. Triumph Motorsports finds itself in the bubble position there in the 24th place. Thorson Racing's number 1 with Warren Majeski is right there in 25th, which is a evolution in regards to their 27th place last week. CJK Racing continues in the 26th position with Kristen Young, while Luke Star Motorsports, despite failing to qualify, gained enough points to place itself is still in 27th place. Last week they were 25th. Zach Tech continuing their slow advance, stuck in the 20th position, but a good result nonetheless, while S2 Motorsports and Kirk Jones Racing closed the top 30, but with Kirk Jones Racing no longer returning for the rest of the season, you can be sure this spot will change possibly already on the next race for the Challenge Series, which is the closer of this double-header weekend in the Dover International Speedway, the First State 150. See you there.